Hey, ladies and gents, welcome back. This is actually going to be something new. This is going to be a Dragon Ball what if instead of a Naruto what if. So, I decided I was going to do this just to see how you guys would respond to it. So, there's actually going to be no like goal. I'll come back to this if it's relatively popular on the channel, or make more Dragon Ball what ifs if it's, popular-ish. And so yeah, like I said, no like goal, so let's just jump right in. This is actually going to be what if Naruto was a legendary Super Saiyan. Now let's jump right into the what if. So King Vegeta was checking the power level of his son Vegeta when he noticed another baby that was inside of the chambers of the Elite Saiyans. Screaming, King Vegeta was pissed that there was another Saiyan in the same rank as his son. As he demanded an answer to why he was there, a doctor walked up to the king and told him that this is Kakarot, Bardock's son. Demanding an answer, the king asked why the hell this low-class scum's kid was in there. He asked to read the power level, and it read 15,000, and the scouter broke. Screaming, the king walked out, and he had plans to send this baby off planet, thinking that it might take over his planet later on. Bardock got word, and knew that his son would be sent off the planet, and he knew that King Vegeta would send him off. Bardock ran to where his son was, and he was told that he was about to be sent to another planet. Bardock got very angry and ran to where his son was located and grabbed an unused spaceship and programmed it to go to a planet named Earth. Because Earth had a low power level and Kakarot would be safe there. Kakarot was sent to planet Earth. During Kakarot's journey, the Saiyan race was wiped out completely, other than a few remaining Saiyans being Raditz, Vegeta, and Nappa. Kakarot then landed on a planet called Earth, and an old man named Gohan went to his way due to a loud explosion that Gohan heard. When Gohan saw the young boy there, he was surprised to see him, but he quickly tried to pick up the boy, but he got kicked in the face, which sent him flying into a tree, almost knocking him out. Gohan tried once again to get the boy, this time succeeded, and he brought him back to his house. He then raised the young boy, whose name was Kakarot, and Kakarot never actually hit his head growing up, and due to growing up with Gohan, he actually did become a peaceful Saiyan. But one night, Kakarot looked up to the full moon, and Gohan was killed at this. So Kakarot's mental state was severely lowered from that, but he recovered and continued to live on off the land like before. So when growing up, Kakarot's power fluctuated greatly depending on how pissed he was. So, as such, when he was at a very calm state, it was around the power level of 5,000. When he was getting a little bit more serious and intense, it was 20,000. But when he was pissed off and wanted to kill whoever's in front of him, it was at fluctuating from 40,000 to 100,000. This was just at the age of 12, though. One day, Kakarot was fishing when he got a big fish and was heading back to the house, when he got hit by some wheeled machine that we know as a car. He then destroyed the car and saw Bulma. Then, after a little bit of threatening, they began talking, and Kakarot was told about the Dragon Balls, which he maybe planned on using later to either revive his grandpa Gohan or his parents. They began their journey, and eventually they run into a desert bandit named Yamcha. Yamcha tried to take their money and their Dragon Ball, but Kakarot easily overpowered Yamcha and beat him up after decking him a few times. So, there was this turtle, and it was trying to get back to land, and Kakarot just kind of helped the turtle. And when they did get to the shore, they met this old man who offered to give Kakarot a flying nimbus. Kakarot was actually excited by this until he saw that there was a ball around his neck on a necklace that had a number of stars on it. And Kakarot asks if he could have that instead, but Roshi told him that in order to do that, he wants a young lady. And almost on cue, Bulma arrives. And at that moment, Kakarot asked hey, is that one good enough? And Roshi said, yeah, that'll do. And after Roshi told him what she had to do, she was in horror as she realized that Kakarot had actually taken off her panties. Blood poured out of Roshi's nose as he handed the Dragon Ball away. So they continued their journey and met Oolong and the Bunny Boss. They gained some more Dragon Balls from that. This is where Goku meets Chi-Chi, and he actually promises to marry her, thinking it's food. He then goes back to the castle with Chi-Chi, and they find out that the castle's actually on fire right now. So they go to find Master Roshi again, and he uses the Kamehameha to destroy the whole mountain. And in the rubble, they find one more Dragon Ball. Not shortly after, Goku realizes that he as well can use the Kamehameha, and easily. So, during their journey, they meet the Pilaf gang and realize that they have a few of the Dragon Balls that they actually need. So Kakarot completely destroys them and takes the Dragon Balls that they had. And once they do that, they never really get captured, so they actually do get their wish. And Bulma doesn't just want a wish for her boyfriend, and she lets Kakarot pick the wish due to her slight amount of sympathy. Kakarot then wishes that he wants his parents, Bardock and Gine, to be brought back to life because he can bring Grandpa Gohan back at another time. Now Goku heads off to Roshi's place to train because he saw that he was strong and he could help him with his martial arts. Goku, Kakarot, obviously knew that he was much stronger than Roshi, but he wanted to learn some martial arts techniques, just so he could become stronger. After a while of training, though, they want to have a little bit more of a challenge, and Master Roshi obviously knows that Naruto is much more powerful than pretty much anybody else on the earth, if not everybody there. He says you guys should try out for the World's Martial Arts Tournament, the Tenkaichi Budokai. So they decide sure, why not? So they end up going there, and it's Jackie Chun versus Kakarot at the end. And their battle is completely one-sided because of how much of a physical advantage that Kakarot has by the end of it, and at the beginning of it. So that battle goes, and it's not really that much of a battle. And a year passes, and everybody's doing their solitary training. And it's the next Tenkaichi Budokai tournament, and oh my gosh, I'm gonna start calling him Goku, because I'm so used to calling him Goku. And Goku begins the tournament, and it's him versus Tien at the end, because I'm not covering any of the other fights. Nobody really gained anything from this other than Krillin, but he still wouldn't be stronger than Tien. So Tien and Goku are fighting at the end of the tournament. And obviously Goku wins this, but with much much less difficulty than what he did in the original. He then pretty much just proceeds to wreck Tien, and now when he's done with the tournament, he goes and sees that Krillin is actually dead. And he gets completely enraged by this, and his eyes turn a different color and his hair stands up. His power level grows to a whopping 400,000, and Naruto senses exactly what just happened. Tambourine the demon just killed Krillin. He now appeared in front of Tambourine, who was easily miles away at this point, and instantly kills him. He then tenses more, sensing who the strongest power level is right now, and senses Piccolo. He then appears in front of Piccolo, and he slams his fist through his gut, almost killing him instantly, but not before Piccolo could spit out his egg. After Piccolo spit out his egg, there was another year of training before the next tournament happened. In the end, Kakarot, or Goku, was fighting Piccolo, and Piccolo didn't stand a chance against Kakarot at all. Kakarot decked Piccolo and put him out of commission. Then giving him a Senzu Bean, he just says, "I'll look forward to fighting you, but make sure to be much stronger than this." And during the tournament, Goku also married a girl named Chi-Chi, and years later, they actually have a kid named Gohan. And they but they are living a peaceful life, until Goku senses a power level from far away. Realizing that this power level is much higher than anybody's he's faced before, much lower than his, but still much higher than anybody else's, when the power level comes closer to him, and he sees this figure that looks kind of similarly to him, and it actually has a tail. It's Raditz. Raditz then explains to Goku what his childhood was, but Goku already knows because he didn't lose his memory. But he didn't really remember Raditz, because he never really saw him as a kid, but he knows that what Raditz was saying is most likely true. And Goku tells Raditz, instead of him joining them, or Goku joining Raditz, Raditz should join Goku because Goku could easily kill like any of them with the current level of strength he has, other than Frieza, obviously. So Raditz, after Goku displays his strength and his power level goes up to a whopping 400,000, and that's not even like using his Ozaru form or anything like that. Raditz decides, he's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna join this guy's really freaking strong. So he joins him, and he tells Vegeta and Nappa in secret that this is where the Dragon Balls are. After Goku tells him, that they need to get down here and wish for immortality, so not only they could kill Frieza, but also take down Kakarot because he's just too strong for them. So after a year of training, with Raditz being much, much stronger than he was, probably about on the level of Nappa at this point, the two other Saiyans arrive, and Goku tells them if they don't join him, that he's just gonna kill them. And this is where Goku is hit from the back, and Raditz is standing there fully powered up as he slammed his fist into Kakarot's back. Kakarot obviously didn't really get fazed by this because he was on guard because of the two Saiyans in front of him. He then turns around and slams his fist straight through Raditz, killing him instantly, deciding that he wasn't even worth it anymore. And now Vegeta looks at Goku and says, "You look so familiar, but I can't really tell why do you look familiar to me?" And this is where he sees Bardock once again. He says, "You are that low-class scum, aren't you?" And Kakarot looks up and says, "Oh, I am not low-class. I'm a higher-class Saiyan than you were." And this is where Bardock and Guinea walk out and says, "Yeah, it's true. He was really strong." Bardock with his power level now at easily 20,000. But Goku doesn't want Bardock to actually take this fight because obviously Goku wants it for himself. He very well knows that he can easily take out Vegeta at any point during the fight, so he says, "Okay, Vegeta, I'm gonna fight you." So their battle begins, and Goku, even though I have a script this time, it's literally like I need to get used to not saying Naruto. Goku flies over to Vegeta and punches him in the face. Vegeta gets decked and gets sent flying back down to the ground. And realizing like instantly, just from one punch, that he would stand no chance against Goku, he makes a power ball and throws it into the air and transforms into a Great Ape, making his power level go to 180,000. Naruto now charges up his ki, bringing his power level just above it at 200,000, and they begin fighting relatively evenly. But Vegeta is getting more and more pissed as their battle continues because Goku is managing to keep level with him, even though this is his like final strongest form right now. So after Goku powers up a little bit more and one-shots Vegeta to the ground, he tells him that if he doesn't leave now, he will kill them. Finally, Vegeta agrees and says fine, he'll leave. This is where Goku throws him a Senzu Bean. This brings Vegeta's power level up to about 35,000, and he gets in the spaceship and leaves, still knowing that he wouldn't be any difficulty to Goku as he is right now. So he leaves, and obviously Nappa and Raditz are both dead. So that's where I'm going to leave this part off. If you guys like it, leave a like, and if it is popular, I'll get back to this. So, see you guys in the next part. Peace out.